Your brain is too slow in English because you trained it to wait. This is why you understand English, but you still struggle to speak. So today I'll show you 4 practical exercises to cheat your brain into thinking in English so you can speak naturally without translating everything in your head. By the end of this video, you'll know how I trained my brain to switch between 3 languages I speak daily and how you can make your English feel automatic as well. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching Wanna Speak by Veronique. My name is Veronica. I'm originally from Poland. I'm a digital nomad, meaning I travel full time and I don't own a physical house. I'm also learning Chinese from zero because I believe in constant improvement. So without further ado, let's go to step 1. Cheat your memory. There is a reason your English disappears so fast from your head, and it's called the forgetting curve. And it's been actually studied by a German scientist, Hermann Ebbinghaus. Guys, I studied German for 9 years. I can only say Ich bin Veronika. That was good. And this is a perfect example of forgetting curve. Basically, when you learn something and then you don't use it again, your brain starts dropping it. And because I'm from Poland and I wasn't the biggest fan of German, to be honest, I didn't want to learn this language. I simply don't remember anything I learned. Forgetting curve shows that humans forget roughly 50% of new material within the first hour and up to 70 to 90% within a week. Why do we forget so fast? Well, it's because your brain operates on an efficiency model. If information isn't used, the brain assumes it's unnecessary and deletes the information from the memory trace to conserve energy. Actually, this is a brilliant mechanism, because imagine that all the information that you consume every single day through scrolling stays in your brain. I think that our brains would simply explode. So my conclusion is simple and it's good news. You don't forget words because there is something wrong with your brain. No, it's simply human nature. We forget things that we don't use. And actually, I have a really simple fix for that, and it's spaced repetition. Spaced repetition tells us stop cramming. You already know that these endless lists of vocabulary words don't work. Review material at gradually increasing intervals. In plain English, learn it on day 1, review on day 3, review on day 7, review on day 14. Normally people use spaced repetition with flashcards, which is fantastic, but I actually use it differently. I use spaced repetition to practice speaking. How? Super easy. Think of one situation that's repeated in your real life. For example, you make new friends or you have a lot of business meetings with new people, and people always ask you, tell me something about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Create a simple answer. Use spaced repetition to memorize it and always have it in your pocket. For example, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Veronica. I'm from Poland. I'm a digital nomad and I create content online. I help people speak English naturally. That's it. And then repeat this answer on day 1, 3, 7, 14. Say it out loud and feel it. So next time you make a new friend, you don't have to build this sentence from zero because your brain already has it. Oh boy, how it reduces your anxiety is simply spectacular. And here we go with step 2. Practice with a real person. After practicing alone, I wanted to test myself, so I booked a lesson on italki with an American teacher, and this teacher used to live in Poland, which made it so interesting for me.
My great-grandmother was Polish, so a dream of mine to visit Poland. Yeah, that's how I ended up there.
So beautiful. That was so much fun. I simply love to connect with people in a language I'm learning, but I know that speaking can feel so intimidating. That's where italki comes in. Italki is an online language learning platform where you can take personalized one-on-one lessons with native speaking teachers. It's helped me build confidence through real conversations, and it can help you too. For speaking, it matters a ton because confidence doesn't come before action. It comes when your brain gets proof. I can listen, answer, and keep keep going. And when you practice with a teacher, with a native speaker, you get real-time feedback and guidance.
There are some areas where I can hear clearly that you are Polish. Your pronunciation of the letter H is a little bit farther back in your throat. For example, you are saying here as opposed to here.
Here. Oh, that's such good feedback. Thank you so much. That's the part I really like, because sometimes your English is technically correct, but it sounds off to native speakers. Italki also helps you experience different accents, cultures, and ways of speaking without living overseas. I chose an American teacher because I have American clients, but you can choose your teacher based on your goals. Italki offers more than 150 languages with over 30,000 native teachers all over the world. The platform is super flexible. There is no subscription, you pay per lesson, so you get to pick your teacher, your schedule, and your budget. If you are also trying to improve your language skills, click the link below in the description and try italki today. When you buy $10, you get $5 off your first lesson using my code Veronic6. Be quick, because this discount is only available to the first 50 users. Let's go to step 3. Confuse your brain on purpose. There is a learning technique called inner leaving. Basically, instead of practicing one thing in perfect order, you mix things up so your brain has to choose faster. Because this is exactly what's happening in real conversations. Real conversations are random. Nobody says, okay, now we are going to talk about your weekend. Later, I'm going to ask you about your family, and at the end of the conversation, we're gonna talk about the weather. That would be so fake, so robotic, and simply boring. I love this learning method because it's not only good for your English, it's actually good for your brain health. Because I like to think about my brain as this big muscle that I have to train constantly every single day. It's exactly the same like going to the gym. If I want to have a great butt, I need to go and train my glutes. It's the same with your brain. If you want your brain to be fast, intelligent, smart, and brilliant, you have to train it how to respond in an unpredictable moment. So now we're gonna do that together. Yes, you heard me. You and I together right now. I don't want you to watch my videos passively, lying on your couch and having snacks. I'm going to ask you 5 questions and you have 20 seconds to answer each question. The rule is simple. Don't prepare anything, don't write anything, don't translate, just answer. Okay? Let's go with the first question. What's something you did today? 20 seconds. Good job. I hope you actually spoke some English to me. Imagine that we are on one-on-one session, okay? And you have this pressure. You have to tell me what you did today. For example, today, before recording this video, I woke up, actually, guys, I woke up at 2 p.m. Can you imagine that? So I woke up at 2 p.m., I took a shower, and then I went to a coffee shop to have my breakfast. I ate avocado, scrambled eggs, and sourdough toasts. Okay, let's go with the second question. What's one thing you're trying to improve right now? Off you go, 20 seconds. Great. The third question. What's something you disagree with? I actually came up with something cool. Write one answer to one of these questions in the comments after watching this video. The fourth question: what's something you're excited about? Cool. If your answers are basic, messy, not perfect, that's good. The idea is to start speaking and simply practice, 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 and practice. Okay, let's go with the fifth question. What would you do if you had a free weekend? Start with I would. Amazing. That was more tricky because here we have second conditional, right? What would you do if you? So that's why I said start with would. This is how you train your brain to switch topics faster, just like in a real conversation. Guys, last but absolutely not least, step number 4, steal sentence patterns. You already know what happens when you learn random words without context. You forget them. It's simply human brain. Nothing is wrong with you. This method doesn't work. I know they taught you this at school. I know this is how you were programmed to learn languages, but this is BS. Instead, you're gonna steal the full sentence patterns you can reuse over and over and over again. From my experience, from the experience of my clients, this is the fastest way to sound more natural. I learned 2 foreign languages. I'm learning my 3rd foreign language. I'm learning Chinese, and I don't learn Chinese words. That's useless. That's waste of my time and energy. I'm learning the full phrases I'm going to use in China in a real conversation. For example, 我不会中文. 我不会中文. Let's say you heard the phrase, I've been trying to get a promotion. So you don't just learn the word trying, because your brain is like, okay, but how are we gonna use that in a sentence? Okay, I know what it means, but I tried, have been trying. You steal the full phrase. I've been trying to. For example, lately I've been trying to come back to my spiritual practice. I've been trying to meditate more. I've been trying to connect with myself on a deeper level because I feel that I've been really distracted over the last months. Your turn. You already have the structure. You just have to change the ending and make it true about yourself. Let's go, 20 seconds. Amazing, and this is where we're gonna wrap this video up. Remember, steal the pattern, not just one word. Thank you guys so much for watching Wanna Speak by Veronique. I love to chat with you in the comments, so please feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, reflections, and give italki a try. I'll see you next week in my next video from a new country, because the last videos were from Vietnam and previously from New York, but where am I going next? You can guess in the comments. See you.